Chapter 33. Papa, you don't know what you're saying. I took a few steps back, refusing to believe him. You're still groggy. Asher is wrong. No, Cassie. His voice quivered, and he took a deep breath, slowly exhaling. I love you more than anything, but I should have told you a long time ago. I should have told you everything. I closed my eyes as my head spun wildly out of control. If I wasn't Cassie Arroyo, who was I? I felt dizzy. Cassie, are you okay? Poppy asked. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. Asher helped me over to a chair. It explains a lot, Cassie, Asher said softly. You have to see that. Your vision makes sense. I couldn't think about the vision. All I could focus on was that I'd been betrayed and lied to by the one person I thought I could trust completely. Vision? My father lifted his head a little, and the beeps from the heart monitor picked up speed. What kind of vision? Neither Asher nor I said anything. Cassie, did you find the spear? Poppy's voice was a little stronger, but there was more fear in it. Tell me. Sir, I think we should get out of here and talk about these things later, Asher suggested, glancing out the window. And who are you exactly? Poppy's voice had a weird, overly protective tone to it. Asher Portain, Brother Gregorio's nephew. I'm helping Cassie. Helping her with what? My father's eyes narrowed. What have you two done? Do you have any idea the danger you've put my daughter in by leaving the monastery? We had to, Asher explained. My uncle died, and we came because we thought you... Wait, Gregorio is dead? Poppy ran his fingers through his hair, his brow furrowed like an accordion. When? Yesterday, Asher said. He shook his head. You somehow thought bringing her here was a good idea? Seriously? I shot out of my chair. You're going to question him? After lying to me my entire life? Cassie, mija. I could see him looking at me like I was still 6 years old. I'm your father, and I... No, you're not. You're not my father. I spat out the words, wanting them to hurt as much as saying them out loud hurt me. Cassie, he was begging, por favor. He stretched out his arms to reach for me, but I stepped away from him. I'm trying to protect you. You are and will always be my daughter, even if we aren't related by blood. There's more to family than biology. Yeah, I challenged. Something like trust and honesty. Maybe that's something I inherited from my real father. The beeping noise from the heart monitor was now driving me crazy. I spun around and grabbed the cord and yanked it out of the outlet. It felt like I was pulling the plug on everything from my old life. Yo soy tu papá, he insisted. No one loves you more than me. Tears rolled down his cheeks. I didn't tell you the truth because I wanted to shield you from all this. He leaned over and grabbed my wrist, staring right into my eyes. I'd give my life for you, without hesitation. He took a deep breath. To the moon and back. My bottom lip quivered. I'd never seen my father cry. My heart ached. Poppy tugged on my arm, and I didn't resist, collapsing right next to him, careful not to touch his chest where he'd been shot. There was no way I could stay angry. He was my dad, the only one I'd ever known. I just wanted him to hug me and say that everything would be okay. My own tears started to flow as I nuzzled into his neck, and I let all the emotions from the last 3 days pour out of me. I love you, Poppy, I whispered as he stroked my hair. But who am I? He gave me a kiss on the forehead, then pushed me back a little to look me right in the eyes. You are Cassie Arroyo, the same person you've always been. But he was wrong. I wasn't the same girl from 3 days ago. Everything had changed, and as much as I wanted him to make it all better, I knew that I was the only one who could fix things. Cassie! Asher, who'd been looking out the window, suddenly spun around. We need to get out of here right away. He darted to the door and looked down the hallway. The motorcycle guy from Savita just walked into the building. The who? Poppy asked. The Hastati who shot you, I said, trying to get my dad to sit up. Can you walk? He slapped the side of his thighs as he struggled to move from the bed. Cassie, I can't feel my legs. What? I threw off his blanket and shook his bare legs. Asher pulled me away from him. We have to leave. No! I jerked my arm away. I'm not leaving without my father. We didn't do all of this not to have him come with us. I can't do it. Papi said softly, a resigned look on his face. I'd only hold you back. Plus, they aren't after me. They're coming for you. It all came down to choices. Both the gypsy in the subway station and Signora Pescatore had told me the same thing. Choices determine destiny. It was time I made my choice and embraced my destiny. Okay, listen, Papi. You have to make your way to the Knights of Malta compound. Dame Elizabeth, Mom's mother, my grandmother, is there. We can trust her. My father's eyes grew wider. How did... He shook his head. Never mind. Dame Elizabeth at the Knights of Malta. Got it. I bent down and gave him a kiss on the cheek. To the moon and back. Cassie! Asher was holding the door open. We don't have time. Go, Papi said. No longer hesitating, I followed Asher down the stairs to the ground floor. Pushing open the door, I noticed that the rain had completely stopped, but the dark clouds remained. Gisak is over there. Asher pointed to the old car parked across the lot. He scanned the area, checking to see if it was all clear. Asher, I said, realizing that my choices now affected him too. You need to know that I'm done running. What? He glanced from me to the car, then back to me. We have to race over. We don't know who might be watching. No, I mean I'm not going to run away. I won't live looking over my shoulder all the time. I'm going to go after them and get the spear. Can we talk about this later? Desperation filled his voice. First, we need to get out of here. Fine, I said, but I knew things were going to be different. I was done being a target. It was time I returned fire. The end.